Welcome to the Morale Booster Network, a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, leaders, and the general public to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. I remain your host, Dr. John Ugulu. I am an author, speaker, and strategist. I always say experience is the best teacher. You can stream or download this podcast from YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Podcast, Player FM, and Pandora. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello and welcome to the Morale Booster Podcast. I am Dr. John Ugulu, your host. Today, we are thrilled to welcome our special guest, no other person but Eboni Stiff. Now, let's embark on this inspiring journey together. If you are just joining us for the very first time, I want to say welcome to you. And please remember to like and share this broadcast. Yes, like and share it. And here's the reason why. Because you might just be saving the life of that one person talking about today. Like and share it. And I want to all day so you can hear me speak right now because you are blessed with the gift of life. And if you're genuinely happy to be alive this moment, I want you to place your hand on your chest and say, I am blessed. Do that wherever you are. Place your hands on your chest and say, I am blessed, because having the gift of life is indeed a blessing. On today's conversation with Eboni Stiff, we will be looking at what resilience is all about. Now, who is Eboni? Eboni was born and raised in the inner city of Miami, Florida. She attended college and earned her master's degree in social work. As to help others, life positioned her where she would be the one in need of help. From her 20s until the present day, Eboni has survived 19 surgeries. She has survived 19 surgeries, scoliosis, glaucoma, and she became a mother of two, unemployed, and also a breast cancer patient. She became an author to be an inspiration to others by sharing her life's journey with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please join me as I welcome Eboni to the Morale Booster podcast. Welcome to the show, Eboni.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. The introduction was amazing as well. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Eh,
I
Thank you,
can't
just
hear you.
here.
Okay, there you are.
Yes, okay. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties, but however,
It's all right.
we will get through it. So
Exactly.
yeah, thank you once again for joining me on this program, Ebony. Yeah, you have been through a lot in life, and can you share how the challenges you faced, from battling health issues to overcoming employment, have shaped your perspective on resilience and perseverance?
Oh, so how it shaped my perspective on perseverance and resilience? I think really my faith has shaped all of that. So I know that me going through those things, I went through it for a bigger cause, for a better reason than what it was. So I think it was just my faith has really shaped that.
Okay, faith is a big one. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's all right. We're having technical challenges with the video, and we only have 3 video platforms, but we have over 17 audio platforms. And I hope those who are listening to us from all over the world via podcast, you can please bear with us. Those of you who are also finding it challenging to hear what we say, sometimes while watching the video. Please bear with us.
Yeah.
Technology, technology, Um, but we thank God Facebook is working today. So some
Yeah.
of you can see us on Facebook. Yesterday we couldn't stream on Facebook for
Oh wow.
reasons
Goes
unknown to
down.
us.
Yes. Yes. Uh-oh, I think I've lost you again. I don't know if you're
But
yeah. Yeah.
all right, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. You talked about faith. I am big on
Yes.
faith too. And
Yes.
yes, thank you for sharing that. Faith, faith, faith. For those of you listening to us right now, faith is what has been holding her. That's what has been getting her through. So now, as someone who turned life's hardships into inspiration, what mindset shifts helped you move from being a survivor to becoming an author and advocate for others?
Yeah, so the mind shift my mind shifts changed when I realized that there wasn't a lot of support for me outside of my immediate family and friends. Right? So I felt like there were other people that were experiencing the same thing as me, and maybe they didn't have the support that they needed, or they didn't know where to get it from, or that it just wasn't available. So my mind shifts to changed to say, hey, you know what? I can't be the only one going through this. So I need to write about it. I need to get the message out there to let people know, hey, you're not alone. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And then there's also resources available to you if you don't know where to get them from. So I think that's what happened with me as going through it. I just took time and realized and did a lot of self evaluation about what's happening to me, what's happening around me, what's happening to my support system as well. And I figured the only way to get the message out there was to start was to write the book and to also do things such as your podcast, getting the message out there and talking to people. So the way for me to do that was to first actually write the book.
Uh, Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, you talked about evaluation. It's very important for us to carry out self-evaluation because it's only at that point we would be able to know where we are and where we are going. So thank you so much. And you have published. How many books have you published in total?
So just one. I just actually published one book this year, and then I published a journal to go along with it. So a self-help journal to go along with it a couple of months afterwards. But actually no, so this is my very first book that I self-published at the beginning of this year, January.
All right, please tell us the title and where our listeners can get the books from.
So the title of the book is Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace. And you can get the book on all platforms. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from my actual personal website, iwillspeaknow.com. You can get it from Barnes and Nobles. You can get it from Goodreads. Anywhere, if you just type in that title, you will be able to get the book. And I'll show you what it looks like. I have a copy of it. So this is how it will look. So it's Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace. And you can get it anywhere that you purchase your books.
Right. Thank you so much. So the piece, is it the PEACE or P?
Yes.
Okay, great, great.
PEACE. So the idea came from I felt like people were trying to silence me and to silence what I've been through. So that's where the title of the book comes from. So it's also an encouragement and a testimony to speak now and never hold your peace. And while I'm encouraging readers to do that, I'm actually doing it myself by putting out the memoir.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for answering your calling. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can go over to Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and get your copy of Speak Now, Never Hold Your Peace. And
Yeah.
you can all reach out to her. Her contact information is currently available to everyone who's listening or watching us right now. Feel free to follow her on social media on with the handles that we have provided. And if you've got any questions for her, she would be more than happy to respond to your questions. Is that correct?
And that is correct. That is absolutely correct.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much for that. So now, what role has your background in social work played in helping others through your story?
Oh my gosh. So I think that played a major role in because what I did a lot of times I said, okay, what would I tell a patient? Or what, if I had a client for social work, what would I tell them to do? How would I tell them to react? And I just kind of social worked on myself, to be honest with you. So I did a lot of self help and self things, but I wouldn't know how to do those things or how to cope if I did not have a social work background, right? So I was able to actually use the education and the practice that I received in social work on other patients because I worked in mental health, I worked in substance abuse, I worked in child abuse as a social worker, right? So I was able to just take all that knowledge and those tools and use them on myself, and that helped me overcome, and it also helped me realize that hey, I need to continue helping people just in a different way.
Wow, great. So basically, education in most cases is not a waste of time. And yeah, I do hear people lately saying education is not important. And what's your take on that?
I feel like education is extremely important. I think that statement is just not true. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you're not using your degree." That's what they try to weigh out if your education is important or not. But I am using my degree. I am using my degree. My degree is social work. My degree is to be there for the people and to help the people. I'm just doing it in a different way than what society may feel is the way that I should use my degree. But by me writing that book, by me sitting here now and getting the story out there and talking to people and doing all the other amazing things that I've done, I am using my degree. And without that knowledge, I don't know where I would be. I don't know where I would be. So education is very, very important.
Thank you so much for sharing that. To everybody who's listening right now, we understand that sometimes it could be extremely expensive to get a regular degree. But if you can afford it, if you are granted a scholarship, please
Mhm.
jump on it. Take advantage of it because, first of all, it helps you build your resilience, it helps you build discipline, it helps you cultivate discipline. And in school, it is also possible because one of the major reasons, apart from earning a degree, is networking. Because your network matters a lot in life. Is that correct?
Yes, I remember growing up a lot of times my mom would say sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And that is networking. That is networking. So if you can combine what you know with who you know, oh my God, it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
Hi, thank you so much. Can you hear me? I know
I can hear you
I
now.
awesome, great, great, great. But anyway, it's allowing me to do some talking before the network goes off. But anyway, we thank God we're moving. We're moving
Right, we're
forward.
pushing through. We're being
Right,
resilient through this
right,
struggle that we're having
right.
right now. The network does not want us to network today, but we're
Yes,
gonna
but
do
we
it.
will. Yes, we're doing it. All
We're
right.
gonna do
So yeah, thank you for sharing that and supporting that fact. So your experience spans multiple challenges that many people find overwhelming. So how do you find
He's frozen. Okay, I
Okay, I am back now. Can you hear me?
okay, yeah. Okay, yes. It
Great.
stopped
All
at
right.
how do
So
you
yeah,
find?
yeah. So how do you find the strength to balance being a mother, a survivor, and a source of inspiration to others?
So I just want to say God is my strength. right? God is my everything. And I take time to make sure that I give God my time throughout the day. And I also make sure that I give myself time too. So I find something that I like to do, and I just give myself 30 minutes a day to myself for nobody else, for it doesn't involve helping anybody else. It's just strictly for me. And I had to make sure that I didn't feel bad about it either, right? Because sometimes, like, I'm always wanting to do this to help people, but I find that if I don't take time for myself and I stretch myself so thin that I don't have anything to give to anybody else. So for 30 minutes a day, I take time to myself to find something that I like to do just for me, and then I keep going. So it's almost like a refreshing. It's refreshing to do that.
Yeah, so self-care. Self-care
Yeah.
is very important. So
Yes,
so
and I get a massage
basically
every
you're
month.
telling.
I have to do that.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's a part of my self-care. Once a month,
Okay.
I
Okay,
go
that's good
because
to
it
do.
forces you to just be in the room, you can't have your phone, you have to tune the world out, and it's just you and the therapist, and it's very, very it's very relaxing. So, yes.
Look, that resonates with me. Self-care,
Mhm.
massages, very, very important. So basically, you are encouraging those who are
Yeah.
listening to.
Yes, his mic went out, I don't know if you can hear me, but yes, definitely, definitely self-care. He'll be back with us soon, I'm sure.
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that and emphasizing on the importance of self-care. So, what
Yes.
advice would you give to someone who is facing what seems like insurmountable obstacles,
Mhm.
especially regarding maintaining hope and taking the first step toward a brighter future?
I would say listen to your body because you know your body better than they do. So I would say listen to your body. Educate yourself about what's happening to you, what's happening to your body. And again, I'm speaking from from not a mental space, but from like physical, because I went through a lot of physical challenges, right? So what saved me and what gave me hope is I listened to my body and I didn't take no for an answer when I knew something was wrong with me. If the doctor's not agreeing with you, go get a second opinion, third, fourth, fifth, it doesn't matter. Go until someone is going to take you serious. Once you do that, get all the information that you need to make an educated decision. I can't tell you what to do. I would never be mad at what you choose to do because some people choose like a holistic route, some people choose the doctor route, some people choose both. It's up to you, but as long as you get the education that you need, make an informed decision, then that is the best thing that you can do for yourself. But the first thing you have to do is care enough about yourself to seek the help that you need.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Self-care, and seek help when help is needed. I would have loved to continue with this interview.
He went out again. We're frozen again.
Yes, I am back now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are
Wow.
frozen.
Yeah,
It's okay.
my internet is not doing me any justice. But anyway, thank
Okay.
God we were able to put out some
Yes.
vital information. And I know someone
Yes.
has been blessed right now by what we've talked about. Someone
Yes.
has been impacted positively. And I want to say thank you so much for joining me on this program. And I would want us to do this again when our system improves. I hope when next I
Yeah.
call you, you would be willing to come and share some words of wisdom and inspiration.
Of course. Of course. And then we gotta get you on my side. We gotta get you on my podcast on my side. In your pajamas though. I podcast in my pajamas. So we gotta get you over there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, it's all right. It will be a pleasure and a privilege to come speak to your members of your community anytime. Just if you send me the details, I'll be more than happy to schedule a time.
Of course, of course, of course. And thank you for creating this space. Thank you for inviting me to speak to your listeners as well. And if they have any questions, they can reach me directly. and I will be sure to answer. I do answer everyone.
All right. Thank you so much. And they have your website. It's ebonistiff.com. Is that correct?
Okay, so yes, they can go. No, not well. Yes, okay. That website is real real estate based. So if they have any real estate questions, they can still contact me there and I can kind of direct them where they need to go. But for all things related to the Speak Now movement that we have going on is iwillspeaknow.com.
All right. I will speak now.com. And you
Yeah.
are on Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, everything else is Ebony Stiff.
All right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Ebony. It's been a pleasure having you here. And
You.
I know you have blessed someone today. That's
Thank you.
certain. Yes.
I appreciate it.
Thank you once again. And ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time where we need to bring this program to a close. And if you are interested in joining our community, remember you can subscribe today at $10 monthly. And if you
Oh, we froze again.
if you feel, oh, okay.
There we go. We're back.
All right. Can you hear me? All right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much. So yeah, you can all become a part of our growing community where we uplift and inspire one another every day. So subscribe today for $10 and receive exclusive content, daily motivation, and access to special events. God bless you all. Thank you for joining us. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Stay blessed,
Amen.
everybody, and bye for now.